Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our Autodesk Construction Cloud series. In this video, we're going to explore one of the most powerful features inside ACC Docs, issues. Whether you're reviewing 2D drawings or navigating a 3D model, issues give you the structured way to flag problems, assign responsibility, and track resolution, all within the platform. We'll look at how to create issues in both 2D and 3D, filter and manage them in a project issues log, export reports, and even view them directly inside Revit using the ACC add-in. Let's take a look and see how it works. Before we even place an issue, it's worth customizing your view so you're focused on the right area of the model or the drawing. In 3D, you can isolate levels, turn off categories, or section the model to make issues easier to see and place. Let's jump into a model and take a quick look. Once in my Civil 3D model, the first thing I want to do is pan to Sheets and Views. From here, we can navigate between 2D views and 3D views. Today, I want to look at the 3D view, and once I'm in here, it's very easy to zoom in, pan around, and see what's in your model. I can quickly identify that there are some issues already been created, and I can check on those issues by clicking on the Issues tab on the left pane. One issue here hides highlighted red as this issue is now overdue. Now that we've reviewed the issues that currently exist, let's create a new one together. I'm going to zoom into my model where I can see that there's an issue. Here we can see that we have a tie-in that doesn't work and we have a gap in our row. On the right hand side, I'm going to navigate to the Issues button. Here we have a list of issues that are predefined in ACC Docs that I can select. We can also create our own custom ones, but today I'm just going to use Design Issue. We then place that in our model and we get this pane on the right that pops up. Within the thumbnails, I can add markups to give context to what's going on. From here, I can draw, I can circle things, I can create different shapes, I can add text. With that, the whole intersection, we can also put essentially whatever markups we want just to highlight what is going on and to give some context to the person who we're going to send this to. Once I'm happy, I'm going to hit Save Thumbnail. I'm going to add that to the description to say curve return. Again, we can add as much detail here or as little. The status, I'm going to leave as open because I'm assigning that to someone. I'm going to leave this as a design type. And description, I'm going to put curve return. And we're going to assign that to either a team member, a role, or a company. In this case, I'm going to assign it to the Pro Design company, and that's going to send that to everyone within that business. I'm going to select watches. Here, I'm going to select myself because I want to see who's updating that model and what's happening and where the status is at all times. We can add location, details, due date. Let's say it's due next Thursday. And here we can also add attachments. So I can choose to drag in a file from my local C drive, or I can add a reference. Today, I'm going to reference a drawing that I have within ACC Docs. I have a PDF file here with the same intersection. So I'm going to hit OK. Now that's done, we can hit Close. Once we're inside a Revit model in ACC, we can go through again through Sheets and Views, make sure we're in the 3D view. We also have a thing called Levels, which makes it easy to focus on a certain level within the project. We can also go through and see the issues. We have one already saved, which we can see here. And within the model browser, we can also toggle off items so we can focus on what's important as we're doing the review. Once we're in here, I also want to turn on sectional view. That's going to allow me to cut a section which I can drag across the model and zoom into an area of interest so I can create my issue. Again, we go through the Issues button here. I can select one of the predefined issues, or I can create my own template. Today, I'm just going to go through and add a design issue. Same as before, we can go through and add in a markup. I can add cloud around the issue that I want to do. I can add some text. Remind points. Sorry. Steel detail missing, hit save. We then want to go through and add who's assigned to. Again, a member, add role, or a company. In this case, we're going to assign it to the architectural team. And I'm going to put myself as watcher again, because I want to make sure that this issue gets closed. We can go through and we can add attachments, and we can add some comments. Hit submit. Now that we have reviewed a Civil 3D model and a Revit file, let's take a look at an AutoCAD drawing. Here, I'm able to get a snapshot of what my drawing looks like before I've asked someone to print it. This is a fantastic feature because it saves me waiting around for the latest set of PDFs to come onto my desk so I can start to provide comments. On the right hand side, I can start to add my markups. Once I've done that, I want to also go through and have a look at the 3D view. You'll notice on the right hand side, the bar has changed. Here we can add issues as we've seen before, but we cannot add the markups live into the model. They need to be done within the thumbnail in the design issue. Once all the issues have been created across your project, they are tracked in a central issues log. From here, you can filter by status, category, type, or even assign to figure out which items you need to close. This helps focus teams on items that are relevant to them. For example, I'm going to look through and figure out which open items are assigned to myself. From here, I can see that there's an item, and once I click on this clash, I can go through, I can look at the view, the image of the saved view of this clash. I can even go down and have a look at the linked model to put me into a view so I can interrogate this item further. For accountability and reporting, you can export issues to PDF, Excel, or even push them into Power BI dashboards. This means you can walk into a project meeting with a printed report or interrogate live issue data into your weekly reporting frameworks. To create a report, all you need to do is click the button here. From there, you select one of the templates. You'll give your report a name. Here, I'm going to select where I want to save the report. From there, I can toggle whether I want to create a new version of it every time it's run, or save it as a new file. For simplicity, I'm going to just leave it as a new version. From here, I can apply filters. Assigned to, remember, we can have members, we can have roles, or we can have companies. Today, I'm just concerned about issues that are reporting to myself. From there, we can hit Run Report. And here, I'm going to save this as a template so we can run it again later, or we can schedule it. Yeah, if I navigate to my templates, I can see my report has been saved here. If I click these three dots, I can schedule this report. I'm going to schedule this report to run every Monday morning at 8 a.m. And I'm going to say run from this Monday all the way until end of the year. If I hit send to project members, we'll just hit myself. And if you want to send it to others, you can, and add a message in here. I don't, I'm just going to send it to myself, so I'm going to hit save, and that report's going to run. If for some reason I needed this report to be run today, all I need to do is click on the report itself, and it gives me an option to open this up. From there, I get a PDF which is opened, and there I can see the report and all of the items that have been assigned to me. From there, I can see my issue, and I also see a hyperlink which I can click on, and it brings me back into ACC, and it links me directly to the model where that issue was created. One more item that I wanted to show you was the issues add-in for Revit. Here I have Revit open, and I've navigated to my Autodesk project. From there, I've scrolled down to where my file is saved, and I'm going to open up my Revit model. From there, if I open up the Issues tab in my ribbon, I can click on Overview. Here, I get a quick overview and saying that I have one issue pending and one issue in review. From there, if I go to Manage Issues, I'm able to see where these issues are, and it's going to take me directly to them. I can change the status to Open, or I can come through here and change the status of these items to Closed. That will save these issues back into ACC, and in the next report, they will be closed.